happening, guys? Blue Army HD here. Welcome back to another how to play video, and let's get straight into it. We're looking at one of the new DLC characters, and that's the Roman Centurion. Now I'm not gonna go through the regular all combos that he has and stuff like that. I'm just gonna go with what works, what seems to work for me online, as I am maining the Centurion right now. I am rep 4, so I know a little bit of what works and what seems to not work. First things first is his R1 quick grab combo. To do this, you do R1 guard break push, R2 guard break punch, and then the R1 rinse and repeat. Now it gets a little bit confusing in the middle there, so it's R1. Once that R1 lands, you want to do that quick grab. The quick grab is different than the regular guard break that the Centurion has. This is just a regular guard break, so anytime you throw out and land a light attack, the Centurion can do a quick grab guard break like that. So you want to do that to and this works if your opponent isn't really good at countering guard breaks, or he's not very familiar with the Centurion and how to counter him. So R1 quick guard break push, R2 punch, R1 back into it. So that's the combo. To do the punch, anytime an R2 lands, you can do a punch. Now there's two ways to do the punch. You get a regular punch where you just click guard break after it. So R2 lands, guard break is the punch. And then there's two ways, like I said. There's that quick one, and then there's a fully charged one where you hold the guard break button, and if you're lucky enough to land that, it'll send your opponent flying backwards, where you can go into the jumping R2 attack. To do that, you just hit R2 when your opponent is on the ground and he does a jumping lunge attack at your opponent. But you gotta be careful with the charged punch, because your opponent can sidestep it and it leaves you vulnerable. So you want to try and mix it in when your opponent is stuck to the wall, stuck in corners, certain things like that, or if he's not paying attention to you. So the Centurion works very well in 2v1 situations where you're ganging up on someone. He's mid-tier, I'd like to say, when it comes to 1v1s, because a lot of the time he is slow. His kick is the forward dash guard break, guard break button does the kick. A lot of people are quick enough to react to it, they'll dash to the side. So if you are doing the forward dash kick, hit R1 right away, because that way your opponent can't get that guard break on you. It blocks them from being able to get the guard break. They'll still be able to attack you or whatever, but it saves you from getting guard broken. But there's no way to get saved if your opponent sidesteps your punch. You're pretty much left open, and that's what the Centurion, a lot of his attacks are 50-50. Either they're gonna do good damage or you're gonna get punished upon it. So let's go back to that first combo again. R1 quick grab, R2 punch, R1 rinse and repeat. If your opponent can't stop it, keep doing it. So now that we've learned that one, let's say your opponent's starting to block counter your guard breaks, you can't really get any offense off. What I like to do is just throw an R1 out, unlock, and then just do that. So with that, you hit your first R1, unlock, hit to the side with your second R1. So R1, and then you can complete your chain like that. This works well because your opponent can't block or parry that whiffed R1, and you could complete a chain. So you can go into that. So R1, whiff, R2, punch. So there's different little mix-ups that you want to try and do to open up your opponent with the Centurion. Throw out a kick here and there just to see if your opponent's still reacting to it or still not. Now, the best thing about the Centurion is your ability to stun your opponent. To stun your opponent, you have to have a fully charged R2 attack. When you get a fully charged R2 that lands, it'll stun your opponent, and you're guaranteed a fully charged punch. So anytime you land a fully charged R2, oh I forgot, there are two different types of R2s. Just like how there's two different type of punches, there's the quick R2, and then there's a fully charged one where you hold the R2 button down and he'll go into a it'll take a little bit longer to come out, but if it lands, it stuns your opponent, and then you get a fully charged punch. So that's what your main goal as a Centurion, you want to try and get that. Now it's harder to get, but a lot of the time, if you can kind of push your opponent into a wall or something like that, you can get a fully charged R2. And now that went into an unblockable. To get into an unblockable, you either have to do the kick into an unblockable. The unblockable is just holding the R2, okay, so getting a fully charged R2. So a kick one, will send it into an unblockable. And then also if you do a normal guard break, you can go into an unblockable. And if you finish a chain, so if you finish a R2 chain, you can go into the unblockable. So let's say your first R2 lands, you can just go into the unblockable right after that by doing a fully charged one. So you want to try and mix that into your game as well. So you can go with that R2 and then come back with, oh, it doesn't seem to work like that. But yeah, hit that R2, go into that second unblockable R2. So that's your main goal. You want to just try and get that. And then that's pretty much all you want to try and do right now with the Centurion, your mix-ups. Hit that R1, you can either dash back, kick R1, start that combo again. So that's what usually I like to do with the Centurion. There's not much to them. You just have to learn when and how to use your mix-up. So if you want to just send out some R2s into the punch, R1 into the combo. So there's different ways to start that R1 combo grab off, but a lot of the time your opponent will start getting to know what to do with it. So hit that kick, go into that R2, go into a punch. Then so you have to try and learn, go practice with them, different ways to mix in the R2 punch grab type of combo. And one last thing I would like to say with this, actually not second to last thing, parries. When you do parry with the Centurion, I can't show you against this bot, but if you're quick enough to, let's say you see that parry animation, you're quick enough to hit that square button, your Centurion will go into a weird, like he'll ding them on the head and then knee them, and that'll drain. It's a stamina draining parry. So anytime you can be able to do that, do it a lot. But a lot of the other times you just want to do a regular parry and then just go for the regular guard break. So it's preference wise if you want to either drain their stamina or go for damage, or you go for the regular guard break and then the punch. So there's different ways to do it. If you're more aggressive, sure, go for the stamina, but if you want more conservative, just go for the guard break. So it's all based on how you want to play your Centurion. Now the last thing with the Centurion, a lot of people don't know, so if you stuck around this far into the video, good for you, is the R2 going into a guard break. So if you're doing a charged R2, you can go into a guard break right away. So that sometimes fools your opponent, because a lot of the times they'll just be like, oh, he's doing a charged R2, boom, but they won't see that guard break coming. So guard break, and then you can go into the stamina draining triple R1. So anytime you do a guard break, you can, or guard break and you're quick enough, you just do triple R1s and then it'll drain his stamina. But yeah, fully, or you're going for that fully charged R2, hit that guard break and it'll open up a lot of people. But hopefully this video helps you guys out. If you guys are wanting to try the Centurion or main a Centurion, any little piece of this helps you guys out, then my job is done. But hopefully you guys stick around for the gameplay as you'll piece together a lot of what I was saying, and I'll catch you guys next time. Cheers.